Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, we are away. Cybran versus MCE. Grudge match. MCE and Cybran all through Season 3. Going head to head. Win one, lose one. Win one, lose one. Let's see how this almost equally balanced set of teams takes this fight.
Cybran does have the lower mass, but keep in mind there is some much faster grid on that half versus the
both teams have forsaken long range priority control for close range 8 to 3 kilometer brawling.
It is nice to see that after the ICE versus Cybran match, the sniper heavy team versus the not so sniper team.
Yeah, it looks like MCE pushing formations for the zones to start off with. Chris and the Vulcan Springer, that's why it's only 5 million kilos. He's nice and light. And he's pushing in for a zone. Gonna litho break on an asteroid.
Oh, Max is fault crawling. Didn't expect we'd see that anytime soon. Been a while, thought you'd think they're Spartan in the match. Painless out.
Yeah, Max is using a lot less power, so fighting around with the fortified shields is going to be ideal for him.
Augustus. Oh, 40% shields. Oh, I think Augustus has found himself in a bad spot.
Yeah, I don't think he's aware of how MC grids handle.
Yeah, he's used to his much lighter missile boats.
He is very much caught
and
out.
And he's toasty. Oh, reverse blink.
Jebaited. Managed to put some missiles out. I don't think Toom has seen them. Oh, he saw them just in time. Oh, that could have been bad.
He's covering himself with the asteroid, but no cap held yet.
Max has crawled up and has managed to jump just shy of the lead zone. Max is now in position. He's inside.
Oh, incoming LBX fire on Chuma? Nope.
Yep. Yeah, they want the fast grid out of commission.
I think he might have actually been after Het. I'm not sure.
Oh, big grid's burned the SRBs, pushing him into position. Looks like they're pushing up on Augustus and Chris Panth. Gonna try and capitalize on the fact that Augustus is out of shields.
Oh, Augustus is taking hurt.
The protection shield goes down. That was 4 Hydras right on target. Softened up the front of him. He blinks backwards. He's gonna... Oh! Was just about to catch the harm zone. Leaving him straight in the fire path of 60. Oh, Big Rig's arrows don't quite make it over the asteroids. That was all the arrows gone. That could really hurt Cybran here, but they might still capitalize. Shields are up across the board on Cybran. Meanwhile, Augustus is caught out.
Max moving
MC
up
currently hold the only cap zone. Hexscream looks like he might just capture the upper zone before he goes out. Arrows away from Augustus. Alright. Arrows are flying everywhere now. Flares launched out from MCE, catching some of those arrows as they fly off. The arrows have a lot of flight time though. They have time to reacquire a target if that flare dies. Augustus is feeling it. Augustus has gone red. That is one red MC grid. That puts Cybran in the lead. The flight mistake was a greater mistake than Big Rig dumping all of his arrows into an asteroid again.
Look at all those painless go. Wow.
Yep. Cybran now very comfortable with their formation here, held at the upper zone. Tuma now moving around to flank, uncontested now. He is going to have Ken on an open flank, while Hexscream 60 and Big Rig face off against Max. Chris down the bottom in the Vulcan Springer is capturing another zone to start playing the MC game of Ticket Bleed.
Max choosing to say hello Big Rig. Apparently, up close and personal. I think that was a mistake
Yep,
on Max's
Max is
part.
blinking in. He wants to put those LBX down the gullet of these thick, compact ships. Cybran tend to go for very point-efficient ships, which leaves very little room for mass tanking.
That was one hit on Big Rig from the LBXs. With Chris already joining the fray. Wow.
Yeah, he got in here fast.
Ooh.
He captures the bottom zone. He's picking the weak link of Cybran, the new member, putting down Hexscream shields.
Max is now looking in
More
danger.
arrows away. Oh, both teams are on the ball with these flares. There are missiles launching everywhere,
Yeah.
flares being launched, countermeasures. This is everything you can get in a fight right here.
These are two of the kind of leading teams in terms of performance across the board, though.
Yep. MCE falling down on points. Cybran has taken very negligible damage, 700 points down on Cybran to the 5,000 off MCE.
Truma has just uncapped zone 2, it looks like.
Yep. Now that they've got the pressure, they're putting their fast
zone
mover to work,
3.
going and recapturing the zones. They've managed to push Big Rig out. Big Rig has afterburned into Max's face, pushing him out of the upper cap zone. Cybran is not falling for those tactics again. Oh, Cocytus hit in the bottom of Big Rig. And another one.
Yeah.
Looked like he may have caught them on the shields. Yep. No damage recorded. He caught that one on the shunts. Very, very well managed shields there. Cocytus into a grid this small could be seriously devastating.
Big Rig
is not having any of Max's shenanigans. He is making sure he can't put those LBX on target.
He's also making sure Max can't get all his guns firing on one person.
Yep. Hexscream is taking Ken's ire. Hexscream's shields are down again, and Hexscream has been thrust killed. He has afterburners for mobility, and he is pushing away from Ken right now, but Cybran are opting to leave Ken alone and go for the big target that they can hit. More arrows away, still more flares on MCE to deal with them.
MC are showing you why you should always bring flares.
Oh, Hexscream taking some seriously large hits here. He just lost a lot of battle points. 60 starting to lose some now too. 3 members of Cybran have got no shields, and they've just brought down 3,000 battle points really fast. Leaving Ken alive with those Surters is going to strip the effective weapons off.
Yeah.
Cybran really fast if they leave him uncontested.
The Surters are going to quickly rip through 60 if they're left uncontested.
MCE zones are all decapped, but the tickets are just about even. The early cap zone pressure keeping their tickets even though Cybran is still up 1 ship.
Max still just duking out with Big Rig. Ooh, Hunter's coming in on Max from Hex. Ooh, that's Hunter's Hydras.
Yep, Hex doing his best to stay relevant, having no thrust on that grid. He is entirely reliant on his afterburner to move around. Oh, Hexscream is flying up by Augustus's dead grid. You gotta get out of there, buddy.
You know, I wonder if
Max's ship down to 51%, and it does not look hurt at all.
It is. That space armor block on the underside, it looks like it's just taken all that damage.
Looks like 60 is locked in a duel with Ken over here. Ken's shield's finally down, and he's starting to take some damage. 60 is wearing him down. Those Surters are burrowing through the front of 60's grid, though. When they get to those coil cannons, he's in trouble, but those coil cannons are going to be leaving small craters inside of Ken's ship once they get through those ions.
60 is currently looking a little Swiss cheesy from his underside.
Yeah, this. Oh, 60 shields come up. That's going to give him some breathing room against those Surters. But we've still got... Oh, cluster rounds from Max are going to hit 60, dropping his shields back down.
Heck is currently getting up close and personal with an asteroid.
Yep, looks like Chris is taking the chance to go and have a breather, go and recap those zones and start the tickets bleeding down again, while Cybran has captured the center zone and is starting to push MCE back. Ken is taking some serious damage now. Tumor's coming back in now with all of those Asterius. Tumor is almost untouched. Down to 71%. That's a lot of his nose missing. Still has an awful lot of effective guns on that thing. Actually, no, he is untouched there. 77% is from where he's blasted the SRBs from his grid.
Yeah. Ken.
Oh, yeah. Ken's going to feel this. That's 3 effective members of Cybran all shooting at him.
Max
60 putting the artillery range back onto Max.
Augustus's corpse also shooting at 60. Although, is Max looking low on thrust? He is. Max might have lost his main drive thrust, though he is relying solely on his up and down, it looks like, or his left to right.
Ken taking some serious hits here, losing integrity really fast and sailing towards the cap zone. Big explosion, reactors fall off him.
That
31%.
Like hurt on 60 and LBX straight into the nose.
Oh, Hex Scream goes red.
Oh,
we're now 1 for 1. Tickets are back to even, but
like
Cybran's about to take Ken down to bring it back into their favor. 4,000 battle point disparity here.
Ken just being picked to pieces by 2 of them.
Ken's grids just don't want to let go easily.
But there is the zone, and is the zone going to take our first kill?
He's almost out of power. There's 2 large reactors on fire there.
Still alive, but that zone definitely ripped a couple holes.
Looks like they're leaving Ken's corpse. No, Tumor's going to turn around and finish him off. Looks like 60 is now in a dogfight with Chris and Augustus's grid, and Max looking at 60. It's just tit for tat, tit for tat. They just can't quite finish off Ken. They're going to answer 60's call for assistance. They want to try and get Chris off the map, or put Max down once and for all, as MC now pull ahead on 2 zones.
Chris
MC now just ahead in the tickets. Ken's grid all but crippled. It only has 2 batteries left powering it. That's all that's left, but it's still a live grid.
Very easy, just
Cybran counting on the zone to clean up after them. They're now pushing Tumor in onto Max's grid, which is the best case scenario here. Get those high penetration weapons digging in. 60 goes red.
Oh, 60
that now
red from Chris.
Now it's going to be Chris and Max taking on Big Rig and Tumor. Who pulls ahead here?
Versus a fast move in the tank. I wonder who will.
Oh, Max misses the LBX shots on Tumor. Tumor's shield's still up, but yeah, Chris is an almost untouched grid, so now they're going to be trying to fight a fast mobile grid with rapid fire weapons. Big Rig takes a LBX into the main deck.
Oil cannon.
Can they kill Max the tank? Tumor now moving out of shields. He's going to be pushing that dodge tank to its limits, trying to avoid the rapid fire bullet hose coming off Chris.
Oh, that must have hurt Big Rig there.
Yeah, Big Rig is getting slower and slower. The LBX are going to start chewing in soon. Those slug rounds are going to do some serious damage.
Long.
Looks like another miss out of Max. Max is having trouble keeping up with Big Rig's Berserker. The AWGs are certainly fighting in his favor here. Tumor is fighting a losing battle here against Chris. He might get his shields down though before he goes down. Ken still hasn't gone red and he's welding up his guns, and they're still firing over at Tumor.
Yeah, Augustus's corpse is also currently fighting.
Oh, this fight is on a knife's edge. How did MCE pull this back again? Big Rig is running out of effective weapons to fight that tank of Max.
Missiles coming in from Augustus's corpse.
Oh, HE rounds on Big Rig. Luckily, the front of his ship is still quite smooth and intact, so they're not having a huge amount of effect. Bits of Max are falling apart, but the LBX are still active. Another hit onto Big Rig.
Max,
how much longer can they hold out? Oh, that's another hit. Oh, that was 5% off Big Rig. That one hurt.
Max
That was a center mass hit.
barely holding together over here.
Max has probably got some welders working on those LBX in there. Because they are not damaged at all.
Chris putting in 5 towards Big Rig at the moment, but Chris is looking...
Ken has gone red.
Ken's gone red.
Ken has gone red, pulling MCE down to 300 tickets. Cybran has the zone advantage, but Cybran are down to 234 tickets. If they lose another grid here, this could be curtains for them.
Chris is currently still
Tuma has moved back over. Chris has gone down to 53%, but Tuma is also severely crippled. Looks like they have elected to try and put Max down rather than chase Chris into the outer zone. Looks like Max is only down to the 2 LBX weapons. Can they put Max down
Big Rig
and pull this back?
Gone down towards the other zone, it looks like. Is he trying to take the cap, or is he just welding?
Tuma's got a lot of effective weapons. The point defense still pulling up. The welders on Max are trying to keep his weapons up.
20%.
Those Asterios are going to start hitting something vital soon. Max is down to 20%.
19%. What's the shots coming out?
All right, the next kill wins it. The next kill is going to be the winner. Max blinks. Tuma takes a hit through the side from Augustus's grid. Those coil cannons still hitting him in the side.
Max has gone red. Cybran victory.
Max goes red and Cybran pulls the win. GG. Oh, well played, gentlemen.